The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com and tpublic.com. Listeners, beware.
All right, coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I'm one of the hosts, Lowdown. With me, as always, is
F.U.Hunter. What's up, bitches?
Hey, what's up, bitches? Yeah, end of the year, bitches. New rebirth, bitch. I don't know what the fuck to call it. It's Christmas is over, the holiday season's over, 2020 is literally ending tonight. Fuck this shit.
Yeah,
get over with it.
Getting out of this fucking dumpster fire.
Fuck out of 2020.
Maybe into a new dumpster fire, but out of this one.
At least it's a fresh one.
Yeah, I was
That's
saying.
a fresh one. That's what I know. I want the bodies to be less in my dumpster. So
It gets stinky when they're this old.
that's right. They do. They get a little funky, especially when they're burnt. It's like a mix of like shit and bacon. I don't. So, with us tonight, first time on From the Mouths of Madness, which is seriously mind-boggling.
Crazy, yeah.
It's fucking mind-boggling. You know him from the GUI flagship show. Every October he pops in on at least one. We've got William Macabre.
Hello. How is everybody doing?
Yeah,
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you on, man.
Like some sort of fucking cosmic event happened and brought me here.
Well, I mean, there was a thing last night, during Yule. I mean, maybe that was what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking pagans. That's what brought you here.
There it is. The planets.
The planets aligned. Yeah. So
I'm done. So shut up.
we decided to do a end of the year review. What's new to us in 2020? There's so much horror out there. We did this last year where we don't want to say new in 2020, but what was new to us? Because there's tons of movies where you didn't see them until now, and they could have came out in fucking the 60s.
For some reason, we just had a lot more time at home this year to dedicate to, I don't know, catching up on some of the stuff that's been on my I need to check out watch list that for some reason, I don't know if it was quarantine. No, okay, yeah, I do know. It was fucking quarantine, all right? I was stuck at home, and the availability of watching this was a little easier this year to catch some of this stuff.
You can only jerk off so many times a day.
Exactly.
That's true. That is so true.
And then you're just sitting there, you're like, oh, maybe I'll watch something new, and then jerk off after that. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we decided that this is the perfect year to catch up on stuff that could be 20, 30, 40, 60 years old, and that we haven't seen, because there are a lot of horror movies I have not seen yet. And also, what we're looking forward to in 2021 when hopefully the fucking world stops being insane. That'd be great. And some of those are ones that got pushed that were supposed to come out this year, but there are a couple new ones that got released that I'm excited about that were on the slate for 2020. So those are always fun.
Goddamn, they better stay on there too.
Yeah, no shit.
There's a one that I'm gonna start getting pissed if it gets pushed again. So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just go into this. Like, I feel like for me, what I've got a list is like my number one was one that F.U.Hunter brought up last year on his new in 2019 that actually came out in 2019. I finally got around to watching it earlier this year, and that'd be Ready or Not. That fucking movie was
so much fun,
so fucking good. It was so fun. And if you want more in depth on that, we did it on the chopping block a few months ago about that, where we go in depth on the movie, but it's fucking fun, and I'm just so glad I finally got around to watching that film.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to throw out my number one, which is ironic because you brought that up on number one last year, and that's fucking Haunt. Like, I watched it. I fucking love it. I own it already. Like, I'm just like, this movie is fucking badass because it was one of those. It's on, I believe, Shudder. I watched it probably like 3 times on Shudder and saw it randomly. I was like, I gotta own a hard copy because I do not goddamn trust streaming now to keep those movies on there.
No.
I got fucked over, and I ran it on this one of the other episodes. I went to go watch Terrifier on goddamn Halloween, and it wasn't on there. And ever since then, now if I see a hard copy of something I'm like passionately all about, I'm gonna fucking pick that shit up, even if it's just basic DVD, no bare bones.
You have a fucking copy.
I'll have a copy of it.
Copy of it.
Exactly.
There have been multiple times this year where I've gone, we've been, binge watching old movies that we hadn't seen in years and everything else. And I've looked at my DVD shelf, which is a pretty extensive horror collection, and been like, why the fuck don't I own that movie?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah, dude, seriously. I've had that. I know exactly what you're feeling. You're like, really?
Oh,
Really?
I learned my lesson a while back on streaming, and you think I would have paid attention to it, where literally when I was first dating my wife and I was raving about shows she should check out, and I said, go on Netflix and watch fucking Battlestar. And I was talking about the reboot. She watches some of it, she texts me, she goes, this seems like really like early 80s. Like, is this really what you're talking about? I was like, well, no, the new one. And she's like, this is the only one on there. And that's when I realized they had fucking taken Battlestar off of Netflix. And I was like, holy, and I like never thought, I thought that was just going to stay on there forever. So yeah, that was literally in my head. I'm like, no. So yeah.
So Will, what was one of your top ones?
I definitely, I kind of kept mine 2 movies that I saw in the last year that were 2019, 2020. Like
Okay.
I tried to keep it to new movies because otherwise it was going to be a rabbit hole of nonsense that I tell you, and I brought this one. I remember bringing this one up to you in a text message. This was one of my favorites I got to see.
I think I know what you're going with. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Yummy.
Yes. That's on my list. I knew that's what you was. I knew
We
you was
literally
gonna bring that
just
up.
did all 3 were on the chopping block this
Yeah,
year.
I remember you actually mentioning to me that it was going to be on the chopping block, but that movie was so fucking gross and ridiculous. And like, you start out, you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then there's just like zombie titties everywhere. There's a goddamn dick fire.
Yeah.
There's a dick fire.
There's a dude who puts his arm into a fucking like I don't know what was that grinding thing he put into. It was like it was and he's like laughing one time. He's like, "This is how you do it." He's like cutting his arm off.
Jesus. There's a reverse liposuction. There's a reverse liposuction, all right? God damn.
I think the comedic value of that movie and the gore factor and just honestly, I lost it. I lost it when they got to the dick fire, and then they had to freeze it, and then
Then it falls off.
And then he's like, "Fuck it, I got nothing. All right, I'm just running out." And he just runs into a horde of zombies. He's like, "Fuck it."
And one of the things we brought,
my dick caught fire. You know,
one of the things we brought up on the chopping block is that, and then you don't have that happy-go-lucky ending.
No, God, it's
And
so
that was what's
ending's
kinda great about it.
hardcore, dude. The ending is hardcore. I was
Yeah.
not expecting
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
If you haven't seen it, it was a 2019 release. I didn't know anybody in the movie, anybody that was, I like, who the fuck are these people? Whatever, fuck it.
They were all just, I think it was it's a Scandinavian horror movie,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. And all no names, indie as fuck, like, but hardcore, definitely deserves a place on your shelf if you can find it. I don't even know if they have hard copies of it. I saw it on
I
Shudder.
actually looked. I couldn't find it.
Like,
Damn.
as soon as I see it on hard copy, I'm buying that shit because, like, it's
Actually,
fucking.
I've seen it. Best Buy. Random enough.
Really?
Just sitting there.
Did
Yeah.
you buy it?
No. So.
Well, fucking, you fucked
I'm
it
Christmas
up.
shopping. God damn it!
All right,
I know.
yeah,
I just
that's
broke my rule on that. I know.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, you did.
All right.
So, all right, for me, and this movie has been hyped up. I feel like at least on every episode that she's been a regular on Madness as well as on all the other some of the other shows on the network. Katie Moore, who runs the Nerdcropolis blog that now is a podcast as well. I swear she's the one that brought this up. I swear it was fucking her. But a film called The Taking of Deborah Logan. That fucking movie, I haven't felt that unsettled in watching a movie in years. It put me through the ring. Like,
No shit.
dude, it fucked with me. And I don't say that
one's on
often.
my list still that I hadn't gotten to.
Watch it.
Okay.
It's fucking. So the premise is basically, we won't go too in depth because when Hunter finally watches it, we will probably do an episode on that
Yeah.
as well.
Say, don't get too much, man. I haven't
No.
even watched it yet.
But there's a premise with this is basically a description of the movie. If you were to look at the description online, a dementia patient starts to suffer demonic possession. There you go.
All right.
Now the way
I'm sold.
the way that the dementia side of it is displayed is fucking unsettling, because that's, to me, it adds so much of a human element, because people deal with that in their families on a regular basis, that if that's what they're dealing with, then that's That's scary, right? People,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking Alzheimer's, right? Like, I mean, like people deal with that. It's more common than not, which is sad to say because science hasn't found out how to treat it. Really,
Yeah.
they can slow it down. That's all they can do. So that element, anything, usually when it comes to a human condition, the horror element of that tends to make. That's the biggest thing I think that that unsettles me is something that is so real put into the horror universe, and that movie has it in spades. Fucking spades, dude.
I'm getting a little freaked out here, I'll be honest, because your first pick was something that we covered on the year in review last year, and then mine was the same way. My second one is something that Katie
This is weird. What the fuck?
had brought up on one of the GUI nights, the Autopsy of Jane Doe,
Oh yeah, she did bring
which
that up.
is solid. It came out in 2016. I'd heard about it for a while. It just kept hitting a lot of the top 10 lists. It's very much just a one set movie, but it's Emil Hirsch and Brian Cox. Pretty much, he was in X-Men 2. I'm trying to think of the main bad guy in X-Men 2, but it's his father and son.
Wasn't that Stryker?
Stryker, thank you. But father and son, they're pretty much they're doing an autopsy on this girl, and weird shit starts happening, and it's crazy how well done this movie is. You just keep guessing, and just weird shit. It's like almost a haunted house movie, but there's implications to the body that they're doing the autopsy on as to what's happening to them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
right.
definitely
Okay.
worth checking out.
It's on my list. There's a couple. That movie is on my list, and you had brought it up, but I do remember. Yeah, Katie brought that up, and I've
been dragging my feet on it, and finally
Yeah, me
this
too.
year I
I'm
was
still
like,
dragging I still haven't watched it, so that's all right. I'll make sure to watch that in 2021. Then.
Part of this sounds really familiar. I think maybe I started to watch it. Maybe I walked in on.
It's on Netflix.
yeah,
Right?
But- 'cause-
yeah, it's still
'cause
right
my-
now. Yeah,
My wife also watches an ass ton of horror movies too. So like sometimes I just get, home from doing something
And there's a movie on. You're like, oh,
and I sit down and start watching. And I'm like, huh? What? And I'm just glued to the screen. I had things I was supposed to be doing. Nope. Now
hey,
I'm watching.
horror always takes precedent.
Totally
Yeah, it just does.
Actually, I've just recently watched this one, a movie called Scare Me. And it is a 2020.
Is it? Okay, I haven't even. I don't think
Yeah,
I've
it
seen
just
that
came out,
or-
yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've seen that or know anything
it's,
about that.
it's pretty hilarious.
What was Josh Rubin and Aya Cash, who we know as Stormfront from The Boys.
Boys, yeah.
But it's basically like two writers go out into the woods, her being a famous one and him not being famous, and they end up losing power and trying to tell each other scary stories.
Yep.
And there's definitely like some social dynamics in there and some good like pointed social commentary.
Okay.
As well as like it also took me back to the it very much reminded me of the legends of how Frankenstein got written, that it was like a dark and stormy night, and Mary Shelley and other famous writers of that time were telling each other horror movies or horror stories,
yeah.
and they had to whoever came up with the most terrifying kind of thing.
And
So it was
you get Frankenstein.
and you get you get
yeah.
Don't forget to mention the pizza guy.
oh yeah, and the pizza guy. What was Chris Red?
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious at it. Yeah.
Ridiculous. And he's just like, whoa, I'm in. He's like supposed to be delivering pizzas.
They're like,
and
are you
he's
supposed to be
totally
delivering pizza? Like, no, I'm safe for this shit. Fuck
He's
that.
like, fuck delivering pizzas. I would. And then later he's like, oh, I was supposed to deliver this hours ago.
All right, so Scare Me. All right, I wanted to watch that. Fuck yeah, dude.
It was fun. It was creepy. And it definitely had like some good commentary in there.
Yeah.
Too, so
It always, again, when the commentary is always appreciated and welcomed if it's done right.
and like a kind of a wave of emotions of like you at one point you hate this character, but then you like this character, and then you end up hating this character. Like it's like
the movie fucks with you on the main character, I feel like.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Okay, I'm actually stoked to watch that. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that's on the list now. So one that actually, so it's not a movie, but it is a series that I finally watched this year that I've had recommended to me over and over again, and it is in my opinion, hard R TV series that I'm surprised was on a NBC. Like, what the fuck? It's so fucking hardcore. And that's Hannibal. That series is some of the darkest shit I've seen on television.
Yeah, I still need to catch up with that.
It's fucking
I remember watching like the first season of it.
yeah.
And I was like, it was pretty fucking dark. So-
Yeah, and then it just gets darker.
Oh,
like
well, shit.
so, but it's just. I mean,
and it's on NBC.
and it's on NBC.
Yeah.
It's not like it's FX or AMC or it's on NBC. Like if it was on AMC or FX, I'd be like, okay, this is
Yeah,
this
this
is par
makes
for
sense.
course. You know,
Yeah.
Walking Dead, yeah, whatever. You know, Breaking Bad, like dark shit, right? No, NBC. This is your kid could turn this on without antenna.
Yeah.
like, you don't need cable.
Yeah. He just busted down on an antenna,
You
goddamn.
can use an antenna and watch this fucking show. And it's across all 3 streaming platforms right now. I mean, I've seen literally Hulu, Prime, and Netflix. I watched it through Netflix, but I plowed through it. It is some of the best storytelling.
How many seasons does it have?
3.
Okay.
And it's still being shopped around to be picked up by somebody.
Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen, who plays Hannibal, is like, yeah, I'm ready to jump back into it. He like, everybody in the cast is like, we're not done. Someone needs to pick it up. And I'm
Someone
like,
just finish it.
please.
Just finish it.
Seriously. Like, someone.
Here's what's crazy. I saw the other day there's an ad for Clarice, which is, I guess, CBS is doing their own.
But that's going to be more of a drama based.
I understand, but still, like,
Yeah, people want this Thomas Harris universe. People,
seriously,
keep it going.
God damn.
keep it going.
All right, so my next one I would go with, and came out a couple years ago, and I think actually, Lowdown, you'd already seen it, The Ritual.
Yeah,
Man, and that
yeah,
is,
baby.
And I picked the perfect night to watch it because I sometimes do outside movies in my backyard, and I actually had Groot's from Beautiful Disasters come over, and we watched outside, and it was weird because it was kind of late in the summer, but it was a windy night, and it's this movie about these guys that pretty much are just traveling through the woods, and just weird shit just starts happening, and like it was the perfect atmosphere, and it just keeps you guessing through the entire fucking movie.
Sets the right ambiance.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to say, I think I've rewatched that twice since the first time I watched it because I think it came out in like 17 or 18.
I think 18. Yeah,
18. That monster is but
even before you get to it, I mean, just
no. But I mean, like once you see the monster, you still can't really. It's hard to actually realize what the fuck you're seeing because it's like this amalgamation of like 8 different species, and it's like you really don't understand what you're seeing. I didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yeah, okay, that looks like this, but then this, what the fuck?
It reminded me a lot of The Witch, where there's a lot of kind of suspense build up and just that creepy factor of like what you don't see and what is out there. And
Yeah.
And again, they're lost. They cut through this trail, go through the woods, and that's their undoing. Like they're fucked.
Always, don't take the shortcut, man.
Seriously.
Stick to the trail. Stick to the main road.
Stick to the main roads.
Oh, what do I want to do with this list next? There's so much stuff here.
So much goodies.
All right, I'm gonna mention this one just as an honorable mention. Was a fun movie to watch, some good gore. I'm gonna go with Random Acts of Violence from 2019.
I've not seen
I
it.
am stating this one also. This was gonna be near and dear to Beckett's heart because Jay Baruchel is in it and directed it. So that's
God
just
damn
for-
it! Now I got to boycott
that's
it
just for
now.
Beckett.
And just like that, I can't watch it.
There it
God. Oh God.
I was there, and now I'm gone.
I don't know. Actually, the story's
no.
pretty. The story's pretty cool. A guy is obsessed with a killer who stopped. A serial killer who stopped killing. So he makes comic books about it, and then someone picks up and starts recreating the scenes from his comic book.
Okay.
So it's got some some twists.
Random Acts of Violence.
Random Acts of Violence.
Okay. And all right. So Will's bringing the movies I'm watching next year. Fucking. Now I got Scare Me and Random Acts of Violence. Fuck yeah, dude.
It was all right. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna write home forever about it. But
yeah. Hey, with horror, it's got to be like a 55 to 60 plus, and you're good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, that's the bar. That's for me. That's personally, that's my bar with horror.
I can still sell you on it. Jay Baruchel does get murdered.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
all right. Yeah, now I'm
That's
good.
great.
Yeah. All right, and I'm writing this down. I'm gonna watch this.
Fucking right.
If I could just record the scene where he gets killed and then send that to Hobbit, that would be perfect.
I'm gonna YouTube it like, all right, Jay Baruchel's death, blah blah. Happy Merry Christmas. I'm gonna send it to him on Christmas Day. All right. So,
All right, there you go. There's my shout out to him, and also
all right. So I do have another series on the list, but I'm going to go with a movie that actually F.U.Hunter recommended to me that is awesome. I'm a big sucker for anthology movies. I love them. I love multiple stories with an overarching story. It just gives you so much depth to the movie, right? Like, and you never get bored because you know that story's going to end. There's going to be another one. Like it's good for short storytelling, and Stephen King gave me the love for that. Stephen King gave me the love for the short story, the short horror story.
I can get down with
I read
it.
Night Shift, all that, like just awesome short little snippets into a small piece of the world.
Anthologies can be fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When they're done right, but there have been some shitty anthologies. I'm like, how do you fuck up an anthology?
And that's where
How
you
do you
get
fuck up
you're
an
like,
anthology?
do I take a risk or not?
But F.U.Hunter recommended it. I dove in. Also, probably because of the one of the main actors, but the Mortuary Collection.
Yeah.
That fucking movie was awesome, and I was already kind of interested. It was on my list because Clancy Brown plays the mortician and the storyteller throughout the movie, and it's Clancy Brown. It's fucking Clancy Brown.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, come on, it's Clancy Brown.
and he's having fun. He's playing like almost like a crypt keeper kind of like
It's like
style.
Crypt Keeper meets Tall Man.
Yep.
That's who's
Okay,
playing.
all right.
Yeah, and it's just good. And the ending surprises you. No, not giving that away, but the ending, I did not expect that ending at all. Was not expecting that.
I will warn you. The second story is very painful to watch. You'll know when you see that one. And that's all I can say about that.
It's a rough one. It's a rough one.
So my next one I'm going to bring up is actually not really a movie, but I've watched it like goddamn 3 times so far, and it's a documentary called In the Search of Darkness, which covers just 80s horror movies.
Yeah, I haven't
And
watched part 2 yet, but part 1 is fucking beautiful.
But I'm saying just part 1's it's on Shudder. And it's one of those kind of checklist things where you watch it and you're going to see some stuff if you're a horror fan. You're like, oh yeah, but there's some stuff they throw out there and you're like, holy shit, I forgot about that, or I have not seen this. And that's almost like just because of that documentary, I've added so many movies that I either had only watched once years ago, completely forgot about, or I just hadn't seen yet. So I definitely suggest if you get a chance, check it out. It's 4 hours, but knock it out. It's awesome.
It's 4 hours that fly by like bloop, 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 bloop.
And they're not slight mentions. They have cast, crew, and
It's
if
mostly
you're
cast, crew, actors, and directors.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah.
writers. That's the
I have
entire
not seen that.
documentary.
and personally, if you're
I've scrolled past it a couple
Yeah,
times. but
definitely
I was
check
like,
it.
I don't know if I'm in the mood for a documentary today.
if you're a fan of Tom Atkins, definitely watch it because you forget how many goddamn 80s horror movies Tom Atkins is in. But
All of them.
he
Like,
is, and you just know once they bring up another movie, he's going to talk about it. And there's such a passion with him about being in all these horror movies that you almost are
He
just
fucking
like,
loves it, dude. We were supposed to meet him at a con this year, but fucking COVID. And I'm like, he is on my list of he hasn't been to a con yet that I've been to. So this is the first one. I'm like, I want to fucking meet Tom Atkins. He was like, to me, he was like the 80s horror movie John McClane. He was just that badass
Yeah.
in the 80s horror movie, right?
but the first time you watch it, you forget. And they bring up another movie, and they're like, The Fog. You're like, oh, yeah, I forgot he was in there. And they're like, Halloween 3. You're like, oh, yeah. And they just keep...
Night of the
and
Creeps.
Night of the
fucking,
Creeps.
they just keep rolling
God
with
damn,
it.
you're
now
like,
that you
oh, yeah.
start mentioning
He
it,
was
I'm
in
like,
Creep Show.
son
He
of
was
a
in this.
He's
yeah.
in so much, dude.
Son of a bitch, you're right.
He's in so much.
But yeah, if you have the time, I strongly suggest watching it. And again, Steven brought it up, but there's a part 2 that should be... It's
already out. I think the DVD came out. It's funny, like I through Instagram, like they messaged me because I was sharing their ads for part 2, and I believe the pre-orders have ended. So no, I don't think it's out yet. I think the pre-orders have ended because you could pre-order a hard copy of part 2, and it would include a digital copy of part 1, so you own it, or you could order a hard copy of part 2 and then add for like $5 a hard copy of part 1. Yeah, and there was a couple other options too, but they were doing that through, like pre-ordering, and it was kind of helping with the funding too. It's kind of like, here's the product before it's actually finished thing. But
Those
they're-
like a kick, almost like a Kickstarter,
Almost,
but not
almost,
quite.
not
there.
quite.
Yeah,
It's
they're gonna
crazy.
do it.
And they're
gonna
actually-
do it either way, but
I know you both probably be interested in this. They're actually doing a sci-fi one.
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing a
Fucking
sci-fi one.
Well, it's funny because, again, 4 hours, and you're like, and you think, oh, they cover... But they go, no, we could do a part 2. There's tons of 80s horror movies we didn't include in this shit, so I am fucking stoked.
80s was such a great time for horror.
Yes, it was. It was so
Such a beautiful time. What the fuck happened?
the 90s. That's what the fuck happened. So yeah, that definitely. Fuck yeah, it's good. I can't wait to watch part 2.
All right, where are we at? So for me, So I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you all know that they made a Deep Blue Sea 3?
No.
They did.
Oh, man. I'll be honest, I have not seen Deep Blue Sea 2.
Two. Let alone 3. Oh, that sounds like
They made 3.
That's a BD
And it was released
thing.
this
You need
year, 2020.
Oh, God.
And
What
I'll
did they
tell
do
you
this
what,
time?
like hybrid hive mind shark monsters. I mean, wild. There's some good gore, some violence.
Okay.
You know,
Nice.
some nice death.
I thought you were going to tell me that there was a callback to the first one, and the shark that ate Samuel Jackson absorbed his brain, and then you have a shit-talking shark, Samuel Jackson-style shark, which, again, would also be amazing.
I would
So-
still watch that.
Yeah,
I would-
exactly.
I would
yeah.
totally-
They got. Hey, they got to save
I'm a
something.
shark,
They gotta,
motherfucker.
they got to save something for 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen 2. I definitely
I didn't know
need
there
to
was
see
a
2 and
2,
3.
dude.
Yeah.
I dropped it after the first one. I was like, all right, I
didn't
saw
know
this.
there was a 3, and then we just were scrolling through some shit one night. We're like, what is this?
Oh my God.
What just happened? What am I? What? Oh, God.
My wife starts singing the song. My head is like a shark's fin. I was like, oh God. And we're watching this, aren't we? And she goes, oh yeah, we're putting this on. I'm like,
Oh, I've subjected many people to that
train
first
wreck.
one. Yeah.
Train wreck. So yeah,
I know, and I know Lowdown-
What happened to horror?
Lowdown
Horror-esque?
hates.
90s. Fuck.
Lowdown hates that one,
I
man.
fucking hate that movie, dude. It's so bad. It's not a good bad. It's just bad. That's the thing. Like, I love good bad. It's just a bad movie.
I don't think this is gonna redeem it much, but you know,
But it sounds like it's a good bad.
it
sounds like it's a good
It
bad.
had some humor to it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Deep
yeah.
Blue Sea, the original one, they were trying to be like intense, hardcore, like, because you had like Deep Impact, Armageddon, and all these fucking movies and disasters.
It's directed by the guy that did Die Hard 2 and
All right.
yeah, and just to add your blood, Nightmare 4.
Better than Die Hard 2.
Yeah, but Lenny
And better
Har-
than 5 and 6.
yeah,
Just saying. Just saying.
and he did Long Kiss Goodnight. If you like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Again, Die Hard 2 is trash. I like Nightmare 4 better than Die Hard 2.
Okay,
Okay. Just saying. Nightmare 4 is the best sequel up to Wes Craven. Just to be fair.
to be fair,
To be fair. So I'm going to go with this series on this one. It was new to me this year. I know it came out in 2019, but I didn't get around to it this year. We did do a full-length episode on it, but The Haunting of Hill House is some of the best fucking horror I have seen.
Good.
I have seen this year. Like, it... God damn it! It was just the storytelling was amazing.
Aren't
Amazing.
Aren't they doing?
They did. It's called The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Yeah.
It's like they're doing like the each season's different.
Each season's different. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was. I haven't watched the second.
I haven't
season
either.
yet, but okay.
But the first one, The Haunting of Hill House,
so
was
fucking good.
just so well shot. The acting, the writing. I mean, if you don't jump
yeah,
during
yeah.
those some of those scenes, like, how are you not scared? Like, as a horror fan, you think people that watch horror their entire lives aren't susceptible to being scared. This is so good. You jump.
And that's
there are jump scenes.
And I remember when like we were watching it before we did an episode on this year, and I remember getting through like the second episode and like messaging Lowdown, and be like, "Dude, I got scared," and like that's like,
Holy fuck! I'm
I know,
terrified.
I know this is amazing. Like I got freaked out. Like
I feel like
I
that's
also added where I turned on my sub. Just it and the music and the way you just turn the lights down, you turn your music up, and that the way it's shot, the way it does stuff, it just fucks with you, and in this amazing way. Like, yeah,
I also feel that like the jump scene and the man, I actually got fucking scared. It's kind of like it's unfortunately it's like the horror movie heroine, you know?
Yeah, no,
And
it
it's
is.
Like, you remember that feeling of being terrified when you were younger, and you watch so much horror and you get to it. So now it's like you're like crave that moment of like, oh, they fucking got me.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're like jonesed and pumped for it and ready for the next part of it. you
Yeah,
know?
and honestly, I've had movies where I don't get it again, but the fact that movie gave me one,
Yeah.
Right.
puts it on that list. It
But
puts
then,
it.
but then you want to show it to other people. Yeah, here it comes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch him squirm. I'm gonna watch him squirm. Oh, yeah.
You're
yeah,
right, but you're exactly right.
Fuck you! You just scared the shit out of you, bitch.
But it's true. It's so because it is. It's so few and far between now. It really
Right.
is.
yeah.
And it really takes someone who just knows how to write, and it takes actors that know what kind of features voice tone, the mannerisms they need to have for that scene. Like when you watched the first season, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So when he comes in to grab his son, and they show it like through multiple episodes with flashbacks, and you actually have a ghost in the background chilling while they're trying to hide from the other ghost and the mom. Like, if you have to look and you see, you're like, holy shit. And then I'm just like cold. I'm like, oh, the fuck, they're hiding from this, but there's a ghost fucking right there. And the way that Henry Thomas acted, you're just like, I mean, you could tell he is horrified while also being protective. Like, you're not fucking hurting my kids. Like, I couldn't imagine how hard it'd be to act that. You know what I mean? Where you're like, you're going to basically try to destroy everything in your way, and then also you're frightened. You're scared shitless.
Oh.
You know? Like, that's the acting along with the writing made that one of the best things that happened.
Oh, absolutely.
To television, to horror, period. So, and again, guys, I mean, you know, listeners, if you haven't listened to the Haunting Hill House episode we did, or the Dr. Sleep episode we did, he directed Dr. Sleep. So there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so my next one, it's kind of not a specific movie, but a series that honestly, once you got to March, we're on lockdown, they're encouraging you to stay the fuck home as much as possible. I was like, all right, well, this is a sign, because I've been talking about catch up on the series, Into the Dark on Hulu. And so in the span of I guess like 2 weeks, I just knocked out all the, because it's been on for a couple years at this point. Usually,
now it's fucking on hold because fucking COVID.
Right,
Anyway.
but I'm just saying, like, you know, Hulu had it set up where most of the holidays they would hit Into the Dark movie with it.
It's crazy. They tapped in this. There is a holiday theme in every month, and they do a movie based off that theme so a movie comes out every month. Okay. And it started in Halloween with the body of 2018.
Yeah.
And went through last Halloween, and it stopped. I think the last episode was 4th of July this year. Yeah.
Okay.
It was the unoccupied tenant. It was something to do with the president. It was fucking. Have you watched that? Did you watch all of them? Have you watched all of them?
No, I still have the last 3 to catch.
Okay, dude, that last one was fucking fire.
All right,
it was fucking fire.
Which one's it called?
I've seen a couple episodes of it. I haven't gone.
But it's one of those.
All of it.
Look, they're not all home runs. All right, no. I'm gonna throw out a couple that I really enjoyed, but there's some. And you're just like, well, now I know not to ever watch it again. Like, that's the positive. I mean, the ones I enjoyed, They Come Knocking, which is Father's Day.
It was Father's Day in the first season.
Creepy as fuck. Kids fucking with this family. It's in a like trailer, like almost kind of like a Hills Have Eyes. In a way, you're just trapped in this trailer and they're just being fucked with. Pilgrim, perfect Thanksgiving movie.
Pilgrim was so good. Yeah. Oh god, it was so good.
Nasty piece of work. I referenced that actually on Beautiful Disasters, where we did a movie that was very reminiscent of just like, you know.
Oh, that one's got Julian Sands in it too.
Yeah, it does.
So a little warlike action there. Yeah.
This movie Cheap Thrills, which is kind of the same tone, where it's just like, I'm gonna pay you to do this. I'm gonna pay you to do this. You know. And the Nasty Piece of Work, it's a Christmas movie in a way, where this boss is pretty much, he's got 2 guys, only one promotion. Who wants it that bad? And he pushes them through everything. So the other ones, School Spirit, it's pretty generic, but it's kind of your.
It's definitely it's like an old school 80s slasher. Think Slaughter High. It's very reminiscent of that, but it's still done well. Like that's the thing, people. We don't mind similar tropes.
Yeah,
just do it well. Yeah, just do it and just do it good.
The last one I bring up, it's almost more, I'd say, almost like a Twilight Zone than a horror movie, but Culture Shock.
Yeah, 4th of July of last year.
Yeah, 4th of July one. Yeah, it's good, but I wouldn't put it in the horror category. More of like again, like a sci-fi Twilight Zone style kind of movie. Mm-hmm. So
I would say, to tie into that, one that I would add into that is. I'm Just Fucking With You. The April Fool's Day of the first season.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
that fucking one is fun.
And the dude,
fun.
The main guy in there is
he's hilarious,
awesome.
dude. So yeah, it's April, so it's for April's Fool's Day, and it's like I'm just fucking with you, and I'm not spoiling it because there's so many twists and turns in that story, but it's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
The last one I'd say was Crawlers. Crawlers is.
Yeah, that was St. Patrick's Day of 2020. It was the March of 2020, and that was about this weird alien race. It's fucking fun.
But yeah, if you haven't, like I said, just check out some of the Into the Darks. They're not all great.
None of them are, dude. We've had this before. We've had Masters of Horror. We've had these hour-long anthology series, and they're not all great, but there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So what? All right. I'm gonna go for a one that I finally sat down and watched recently. That been out since last year. Was on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Color Out of Space.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Nicolas Cage. You're like, oh god.
Can we just have Nicolas Cage in any H.P. Lovecraft adaptation ever moving forward? Can we please have that?
But he's so fucking loony anyway.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, these are alpacas. And that's just. Do you realize how expensive alpacas are?
Yeah, I mean,
Dude.
Can we just take a moment to enjoy the fact that he doesn't have to really act to be in a fucking Lovecraft
the past
story?
2 years, but in the past 2 years, I'm thinking about it. Mom and Dad,
Mandy.
Mandy,
Color
and
Out of
then
Space.
seriously.
Oh, and he's got this new one about the that's coming out about the possessed fucking animatronics in a
Yeah.
fucking
I know.
theme park.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's this.
Nick Cage is becoming his own trusted brand at this point.
He's got to go into a theme park that's full of a bunch of possessed animatronics. I'm
Yes.
really excited for that. And also, he just apparently dropped a movie this year called Jiu-Jitsu.
What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I watched the trailer. It looks like a fucking tire fire, and I'm all in for that.
Starring Nick Cage.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
And
there-
it's got Crossbones, too. Frank Grillo, who played Crossbones,
shit.
he's in it. Yeah.
You know, there's talks, there's rumors of getting him to play fucking Ghost Rider again,
I read
but
that.
actually bring him into the official MCU.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
God.
And there were people like, "Oh, this is a terrible idea. This is terrible." I'm like, "Nah, I'm here for it."
Yeah, I at my older age, I've learned to appreciate the shit show that those movies were. 'Cause
Yeah.
They weren't good. They were just shit shows. Like, eat some popcorn, drink some booze,
Piss some
watch
fire.
Yeah, watch the horrendous version.
The thing that
of
sucks,
Ghost
though,
Rider.
is I'll be honest. I never watched the first Ghost Rider because it looked like dog shit. But I did see the second one just because it was directed by the guys that did Crank and Crank 2. And I was like, okay, Nick Cage plus the guys that did Crank. All right, I'll try it out.
Technically, they
The
gave
movie,
you.
hold on, the movie's terrible. And what happens is what you have to do is that's their first attempt. They didn't figure out Nick Cage yet. Mom and Dad is their next movie where the guys
they
from
kill
Crank
it. They
worked
kill
with
it.
them, and that's the way to
Oh.
go about it. That's where they go. They
movie's
ordered
so
to
good.
hone in the crazy Nick Cage, where he literally does a hokey pokey dance and just everything you love
It's
about
not
Cage.
so much a dance as a smashing.
Smashing. I know, but he
He's
does.
just
He does
smashing.
the song while he's kicking the shit out of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that movie's great. All right.
So yeah, Color Out of Space.
We got distracted by Nick Cage. sorry.
We're not even going to delve into that because that movie you need to watch. You can't really. It's not something you should describe. People just need to watch that fucking
Just
movie.
after you're
Fucking
done,
weird and-
after you're
Yeah.
done watching it, try not to hear the sounds of a certain part of the movie when things are together. And I don't know how else to put it, but that I literally after watching that movie, that movie fucked with me hardcore with that.
Yeah. So that about we're gonna wrap that up as far as like what was good new to us. Like we all have a couple more on our list, but
You want to do just a
Really-
quick honorable mention, just one throw out?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Yeah.
you got any honorable mentions you want to throw out real quick?
honorable mentions. Uncle Peckerhead was fun.
All right, yeah.
You saw
Yeah,
that,
I need to watch that.
Uncle Peckerhead's fun.
Revenge is on Shudder, and The Furies.
Oh yeah, you told me
The
about
Furies
Revenge,
is definitely Revenge is it's not really a horror movie, but it's got some amazing like practical effects. And The Furies, the story is pretty fucking crazy. So
Yeah. Okay.
I had that one marked on the list to watch, so I would
Yeah.
definitely keep that. My honorable mention is going to be one, The Babysitter Killer Queen.
The sequel's
The
good.
sequel?
The sequel?
is it good?
Is it good? Yeah.
It really wasn't terrible.
Okay.
I didn't hate
The first
it.
one
I mean,
wasn't.
I mean, it's honorable mention, so it's not saying it's not his first pick. So
No,
you know.
no,
It's
but
not
I
my
mean-
first pick, but
Yeah.
I was.
Honorable mention still means that you're recommending people
Yeah.
to watch it. So it's good to hear that because the first one was kind of meh.
I mean, I enjoyed the concept of a ritual to the devil.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, and they come back to try and complete the ritual, and there's some curveballs thrown in there.
Okay.
And it definitely, they definitely kept the comedy going.
Okay.
Possibly even leaned into the comedy end of it a little bit harder. So,
You know, it's always better when they lean into it.
yeah.
It's always better
yeah.
when you just go with it. Just go with it.
Just go with it. You
man.
got a stupid concept. Go dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine.
You try to
It's
make
fine.
it serious. That's why there's so many movies that because they try to make it serious and the concept was fucking horrible, the movie's shit.
Yeah.
If they leaned into it, it would have been great.
Right.
People just
So that's
don't get
why it's an honorable mention. It's something I saw recently that I was like, you know, okay.
that. Okay. All right.
That and the fact
Good
that
to
they
know.
brought back the entire original cast. But I mean, unless there was someone thinking, I'm not thinking.
I haven't watched this one, so I'm saying.
But yeah,
like,
no, it was like all of the same people that like died. They brought them back to life.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
they brought the entire cast back, and I've watched the first one. Like, okay.
Oh yeah, no, they had to come back and seek vengeance.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
saw the puzzle on Lowdown. He's like, wait a second.
was like,
Almost
Will's-
everyone dies in
Will's
the first
drunk.
one. Spoilers.
Will's drunk.
No, but almost everyone dies in the first one.
Yeah.
Spoilers. It's been out for like 2 years, whatever. So I'm like, everyone comes back. I'm like, huh? What?
Yeah, it's a vengeance movie.
I just like sit back watching the interaction. That was amazing. Yes.
No, but I will check it out, especially if they lean more into the humor and really just realize that they can be fun with it. I always, because then it feels like you're just being loose. You're being real. You're just being natural. If you try to like ignore the fun factor and the cheese factor, you always make a shit movie, man. You always make a shit movie. You can never ignore that part of it. And you think there's been enough examples of that.
But
Going back to Sam Raimi, he's like, no, I'm trying to make a serious movie. Wait a minute. Evil Dead 2. Yeah, I'm just going to lean into it. It's fuck it, whatever.
Not enough blood, the first one. Not enough blood.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to put my brother in a giant, big, fat, fat ass,
giant
decomposing
titties, yeah.
bitch suit. Like, come on. Yeah, right?
We need a chainsaw hand. Instead of just a chainsaw, we need a chainsaw hand.
Exactly. So, again, folks, whenever you want to question, like, what does lean into mean? Watch the first 2 Evil Dead movies. That's all you need. That's all you need. He just went bam right into that shit. All right. So before we get into the final segment of the show, I kind of want to just run around and see what people are looking forward to in 2021. Obviously, there was a decent chunk of horror movies that did not come out this year that were supposed to. They got pushed to 2021. So there will be some rehash of our end of the year episode last year. We have nothing to do with it. We're just looking forward to seeing that shit next year because we got fucking robbed of it this year. And we're still angry about it. Just saying. I'm angry about one in particular because I'm going to start it. And that's motherfucking Halloween Kills. You guys fucking COVID robbed me of my goddamn Michael Myers movie. And I'm fucking angry about it. Still. I'm angry. Yeah.
That one did hurt my feelings a bit.
Right?
A bit.
That was possibly the one most looked forward to horror movie that I had.
I feel you, man.
That was
I think that was
Yeah.
that was
three
up
of
on
our
the top.
list.
That was up on the top of my list,
Yeah. Fucking
which I really didn't have much of a list, but that was definitely
at the top.
at the top.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I got you, man.
I mean,
After Halloween 2018, like, how could you not want
Yeah.
to see Halloween Kills, right? Like,
Fucking
fucking COVID.
robbed.
All right.
Goddamn coronavirus.
That's slated to come out in another 10 months. Sorry,
Eventually,
that was an
yeah.
agony. That was an agony noise. Another 10 months, we're going to get Halloween Kills 2021. I'm not angry at all. It's fine.
I mean, the only one, and again, we're just repeating what we said last year. Fuck. But hey, I can't wait to see Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
That
Hey.
will hopefully come out this upcoming year. I at this point, can we just dub the shit from last year and just play it
That's
over?
more work for me. I need you
Jesus,
just
I know.
re-say it. Just
all right,
re-say
so
it.
we're excited for Quiet Place 2 and Halloween Kills. All right.
Now, I want to drive it home to people like, this is how much this year has sucked. If you aren't aware, or if you live in a fucking bubble but you listen to this fucking podcast, this year has sucked giant King Kong-sized penis. Okay?
That's a big dick to get your mouth around.
And that's
Thanks,
2020. Exactly.
Thanks, 2020.
Fuck.
I mean, there's stuff that I'm curious about, but like the Saw movie with Chris Rock, I don't know.
Spiral. I do want to see that.
I'm curious about it, but I wouldn't say that I'm looking forward to it. But when it comes out, I'll be like, all right.
I guess I'll watch it.
I am, because you know what?
I just watched Chris Rock in the new season of Fargo,
and he did a great job.
Yeah.
And every comedian that's attached themselves to a horror fucking franchise lately has been killing it. So I'm all for it.
All right,
Yeah.
all right,
I'm all for it.
I'm game. I'm game.
You know, Yeah.
You know, actually, you know what the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is being able to just go see a fucking horror movie in a theater again.
There you go.
yeah.
Like, I don't even care what comes out. It could be garbage. I just want to go eat some shitty
It could be
movie
Deep Blue
popcorn.
Sea 4. I mean, fuck.
I just want to eat some shitty movie popcorn till I feel like I'm going to throw up in a theater and possibly have a good jump scare and throw my popcorn so some poor schmuck has to clean it up later. You know, like I just
simple things.
It's the simple things
Yeah.
in life.
Seriously.
It really is.
That's where we're at.
I want
Yeah.
to sneak my booze into a theater and get shit drunk while drinking smuggled in booze and eating popcorn.
I feel that too, man. Like the last movie I went to was not the greatest one, so I feel like it was meh. And there was nothing good that came out really the first part of the year. We had like the Grudge reboot, and that was
No.
I did see Invisible Man earlier this year, which wasn't terrible.
It was on one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah,
for
it
the
wasn't
year.
terrible.
It was an interesting concept.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So, but no, this year has been shit for. Yeah. Anyway,
So yeah, that's my call out. I just want to go see a horror movie in a theater.
so we mentioned a few of them. One of them I also want to mention is Candyman. Obviously, I was super stoked for that this year, and one that actually got pushed and has no new release date that I'm really pissed about is Antlers. It's supposed to come out in April of this year.
Oh,
Got pushed to next
I
year.
think
about
Disney's
that
just
movie.
confused on what
It got
to do
pushed
with
to
it.
next year, and
Yeah.
then it got taken off next year, and then it's nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. I want to know what happens with the boy with his pet Wendigo. God damn it.
Damn it! I do
Right?
remember seeing the trailer for that.
Yeah. Now it has no home. And it's produced by Del Toro. He doesn't produce shit.
I know.
He produces good stuff,
I know.
right? And it's like, where's this movie at? I want it.
Oh yeah.
The Conjuring 3, I was looking forward to that. I'm not a fan of the whole universe, but I do like the Conjuring movies and like one of the Annabelles. And that's pretty much it.
Second season of Creep Show. Should be coming.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
From what I understand, that they're supposed to drop a season trailer coming up pretty soon. So, yeah. Season 2 of Creep Show, I am fucking down.
So this is pushed from this year as well, but the Wrong Turn reboot, I'm kind of excited in because I liked the first Wrong Turn, and I was okay with Wrong Turn 2, but like the next 4 sequels could just get thrown in a
There were
fucking trash.
4 sequels to that.
This is news to me. I
Yeah.
didn't realize they made it that
Wrong
many
Turn
sequels.
5 actually has Clive Barker in as a sheriff. Not Clive Barker, Doug Bradley as a sheriff.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were that many sequels to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I randomly came across it on, I forget what channel it was, but I'm like, there's a Wrong Turn 5?
Are the producers of Wrong Turn, the producers of Hellraiser, just having some kind of like bet to see how many
At that point,
random
maybe.
fucking sequels
No,
they
this
can
is a
make that?
complete reboot of the series because they realized how shitty the sequels got. They're
I'll
like, okay,
see
we need
your
to
part 4
Started-
and
we need
raise
to
you
hardline it.
I'll
But they're
raise
going
you
back.
a bloodline. Yeah.
It's a reboot, but it's supposed to go back further than the original Wrong Turn. So I think it's supposed to show like kind of the start of the
Take it back.
inbreeding.
Okay.
And so on and so
Oh, good.
forth.
Great.
And
'cause-
cannibalism. So, it's great. Inbreeding and cannibalism. Hey, woo! All right, so here's a big one that I did not know was fucking happening, but I am so fucking stoked for. I just found this out a couple weeks ago that it's slated for next year is Don't Breathe 2.
No shit.
Yes. See? Yeah.
Was the blind guy still alive?
He's still alive. I don't remember he grabbed chick from the airport and like yanked her back to the house.
That's true. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Have you seen Don't Breathe?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So a sequel to that. And I'm like,
All right.
yes, give me
All
that,
right.
please. Yeah. So apparently he has moved now to a log cabin in the woods, and he has this orphan girl.
Of course he has.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you?
He has this orphan girl, and apparently she's associated with some nefarious people. Nefarious people. And they come for her. Little do they know, they got ex-vet
Oh,
blind
man.
dude. It's going to be
This
great.
Sounds like almost turned into a Rambo movie, like, you know.
It sounds like that. What's that movie that hit Netflix earlier this year? That was action with Mads Polar.
Okay.
Remember, like Polar, where he's an ex assassin, and you can actually retire, but you get a shitload of money when you retire from the corporation that keeps you running. So the corporation has been slowly killing them off, so they don't have to pay them their retirement. So they tried to kill him, but he didn't move to a life of grand, pools and beaches and mansions. He lives in a fucking cabin in like Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cabin in the
So he was going to like hoard all his fucking money. Right. So, but like they show up to try to kill him and he's like, oh, you forgot I'm the best. And he just goes through them like fucking butter. Anyway, I'm looking forward to see that because I think it's going to be, the first one was a solid horror movie. It was scary as fuck. Jump scares. I jumped a couple times in that film. I think this one, depending on how they could go with it, they could lean into it and make it like fun as fuck, or they could make it even scarier than the first one.
Yeah.
With that potential. So looking forward to that.
Get violent.
Get fucking even. He was violent. Turkey basters and shit.
I was about to say, don't
turkey basters and shit. Yeah. Anything else you've?
I don't know. You distracted with the fucking turkey baster, man. But yeah, I'm good, man.
All right.
Hunter's done.
There's another. Here's two not good movies that apparently deserve time in our theaters. They're making a Paranormal Activity 7. Yeah.
Is it? Why not? Is that the semicolon? Why not? Like
apparently
Paranormal Activity 7. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know.
We moved a couple more chairs.
Why they're doing that?
Yeah. Look at the desk move. Ooh, like
Yeah,
who
I don't
fucking
know.
cares?
And then they're doing the Forever Purge, the final sequel to the chair.
God damn it, man.
I hate
the
all those
fuck?
fucking movies, dude. There's not a single Purge movie that I've seen that I've enjoyed.
I've not really cared.
Exactly.
Who are
It's-
watching these movies? I watched the first
all fucking
one.
blend together. Like I
Yeah.
started watching one. I was like, oh, I think no, I haven't seen this. Which one is it? And they're like 4. I'm like, Once again, like
So
there
there's
were
5 now apparently
There were
trying.
5 wrong.
Not only
turns.
did they make like
there were
4
fucking
sequels to
virgins.
it, but then there's a TV show based on it.
Who's watching it?
I don't know anybody that likes The Purge. So what is going on here? Where are these?
Not true horror fans.
Where are these
clearly.
hidden Purge
'Cause
motherfuckers?
Those are our friends.
Because I'm just saying, nobody I talked to is like, "Yo, the fucking Purge is awesome." I knew a few people watched the first one,
And like kind of like apologetic about it. Like, yeah, it's okay.
but you see how I stopped?
Yeah.
Because that's all.
That's it.
Nobody
That's
was
it.
like, "You want to see the?"
So they
sequel
decided to
The
make a
Purge?"
5th and final installment called the Forever Purge, and the poster looks atrocious. It looks like a fucking like EDM fucking music video.
Of course it
Great.
does.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. There are probably some backwood sister fucking hillbilly motherfuckers that love these movies or something.
Look, there's a Rick and Morty episode
no.
that covers The Purge. Just watch that. All right.
that one.
Seriously, that's all you need. All right.
So yeah, those are 2 horrible movies I'm looking forward to. There is one that I just found about too called Dark Harvest. It's set to come out in September next year, and it's a Halloween movie set in the 60s.
All right.
Kind of like Scary Stories, set in the 60s. And so I'm interested to see. I love period pieces, and I love anything around Halloween. It was apparently about like the October Man, so he's like this pumpkin-headed thing, and I don't know. It's based off a book, so I might go read the book just to kind of get an idea of what they're going with, but it is going to be R, and it's going to be around Halloween, and that pretty much I'm pretty much in at that point. If you say Halloween and rated R, I'm like, okay.
Okay,
I'll always watch it.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
I'm in. I mean,
So
I might not like it, but I'm watching it.
Exactly. So those are a few of the things that, again, we've rehashing that's coming out in 2021. Ones that disappeared, which is sad because I really wanted that movie Antlers. Damn it.
God damn it!
Right?
I'd totally forgotten about that until you just mentioned it. And I'm
It
like,
looked fucking
shit,
good.
I wanted to watch that. Obviously, the director is fucking fantastic.
Yes.
So I mean,
Yeah.
God damn it.
So there's a TBA next to release date now. So there we go.
God damn it.
Right?
Stop fucking with my emotions.
Fucking stupid. Fucking 2020. Anyway, all right. Anybody have anything else? Because
No.
all right. Well, so all right. That's our year in review for 2020. New to us films and films that we're still looking forward to. That we were looking forward to for a year for going into 2021.
Can't wait for these movies to come out this upcoming year.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
I'm not fucking recording another one where I say goddamn Quiet Place 2, all right?
Or Halloween Kills.
We're
I'm
just
fucking
going
not
to
doing
replay
it.
this
I'm
episode,
not,
all right?
I'm not doing that either. Fuck that. This is stupid. Fucking. Anyway.
I'm just going to be like, I can't wait for. And then we'll just insert me saying it last year. Quiet Place 2. Halloween Kills for 2022.
Don't fucking joke, man.
I really.
That's
it's not.
That's not.
I know.
So, we're not done. We got a little bit left, but but before that, we got to talk about sponsors, right? We got Amazon.com, OG, so you can go through GUIPodcast.com, go to links, click on the big link that says Amazon, and then shop like normal. And you have to do nothing else. You just have to go through certain links and then shop like normal. Cost you nothing else. We just get a little kickback, and we always appreciate the kickback because basically we are doing this for free.
Yeah. So and you're going to Amazon anyway. All right.
Everybody shops on Amazon.
Come
dude.
on.
It's just so easy. It's so easy.
Just hit the link. Just do
the
it.
link.
Just
do
touch it. Just give it a little tap.
Do
All
it.
right. Tap.
Do it. Do
Tap.
it.
Do it.
Do it.
That's our new tactic now.
Touch it.
We're just gonna say do it for like 5 minutes
Yeah.
until someone just do it. Just do it. And back to the rest of the show.
And also for our merch, we've got TeePublic.
Boom.
So go to GUIPodcast.com. Go to links. You'll see one that says TeePublic. Click through that. It'll take you to our 30 fucking 4, 5. Fuck if I know. We got a lot of fucking designs.
That's a lot.
All the shows on the network have 1+ designs posted. So I know they have a sale running through the end of the year, I believe. So if you're listening now, this should be New Year's Eve. You should be good through at least tomorrow. There's a 30% off most of everything, 35% off. So yeah, I mean, there's some fun all made by your GUI family. Yeah, we'd love to see people walking around wearing masks. Because they're offering masks and they're donating one real N95 mask to hospitals per mask order. So if you order 5 masks, they're donating 5 N95 masks. So that's also a plus. So you can get it on everything besides masks, t-shirts, hoodies, fucking wall art.
Awesome giant banners and
Giant
your TV
banners.
room.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, definitely go to that. We'd love to see people. If you do anything, if you get it, take a picture, post it to Madness. If you listen to other GUI shows, post it. We'll make sure it gets to where it needs to go under that particular GUI show, so we can share that shit too. So,
Yeah.
All right, now that that's done, it is time for
Stump the host.
All right, so Stump the Host is a rapid-fire trivia segment where we ask the guest to bring us a series of questions where basically he tries to fuck us and make us look dumb. And if whoever wins, we just get to swing our dick around and say we are not as dumb as the other person. That's where we're at.
honest, I think Murphy messed us up. I don't know what the count is now because I know.
Oh, nothing changed in the last
That's
one.
what- that's
You're
what I'm
still
saying.
up 3.
Okay,
Last
They
episode, Murph
messed us up. Yeah,
they just fucking
they threw it off and
Oh
now I've
my
lost
God.
count because we didn't answer anything.
Yeah.
Right, so
I hear they
yeah.
really
they did. Oh yeah, they
gave it to you.
All right,
It was-
so
oof, it was brutal.
all right, who are you selecting with your first question?
Oh shit! All right, let's go. We're gonna go this way.
All right,
All right, F.U.Hunter.
All right. So I got a couple of them, but then I'm also got some horror trivia game here. We're gonna read a couple off, some
right.
fun stuff. But I did find a couple of. I had a couple of my own in mind. So I'm gonna start with.
so I'm first, and then you're gonna.
Yeah.
All right, and now usually the way I'll answer it, if I don't answer it, he's got a short period of time to try to steal it.
Exactly, we can steal.
All right. Question about Jason.
All right.
All right. Jason Voorhees mask. Obvious it was a hockey mask.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that hockey mask from?
Are you talking about in the movie or from the production?
I'm assuming this is actually from the production end of it.
Oh shit! I was gonna say for the movie, it came from Shelley, who was using it to prank somebody. But
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
this is like the production. This is like everybody knows the Shatner mask
right,
Yeah.
in Halloween. What was the Jason Voorhees mask?
I mean, fuck. I know one of the set designer guys was a huge hockey fan, but I can't. I mean, he just grabbed it from a local game, I believe, and brought it there to test it out for the 3D. That's all I can really think of.
No, that's right.
No. I mean,
No.
there's
He's
actually
looking for a specific thing.
there's actually a date, and a team.
Oh,
Oh.
well, then it would be the Flyers, right? No,
Mm-mm.
then I'm fucked.
The Devils?
Oh, I'm sorry, the Islanders.
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm sorry, the
They come from the Golden.
Rangers.
They come from the Devils?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep naming hockey teams till I get it. Let's just say that neither of us got that
No,
shit. 'Cause
I'm going with the Devils because
1950s Detroit Red Wings.
God damn it, that was like my fifth one I was gonna say.
Balls. All right. All right.
I was doing some digging. I was
No,
like,
I
like
"Damn, that's
it.
a
That's
How
fun
is
good.
it I knew literally
that is
everything
a fun
else,
one.
but goddamn the fucking team. All right.
You're not. Yeah, don't pat yourself on the back, brother. I knew that shit too.
I understand.
Anyway.
I just wasted 9 hours watching that
That is-
Jason documentary on Shudder, and they cover that whole
Memoirs of,
thing. Yeah.
the Crystal Lake.
Unfortunately, they don't bring up the goddamn origin of the mask with what team it came from.
All right, my turn.
All right.
What you got?
All right, so this is one I just remember from the past. The Wolfman, the original.
Mm-hmm.
What odd thing did Lon Chaney take home and keep from the production of the movie? What did he keep?
The teeth?
No.
The chest hair?
You say odd. I'm like, I don't.
Well, maybe not that odd. What I'm trying.
The feet?
No.
Yeah.
I'm
the cock piece.
What did he take home and keep as his own?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Mm.
Any idea?
The dog.
Really?
He kept the dog. He adopted the dog that
Originally bit him?
Yeah.
that originally bit him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes more sense. Here we are, like the fucking, like, yeah, like
He
yeah, the
decided
dog.
to
Makes
adopt
sense.
the dog.
That's fucking cool. Yeah.
Much like what is that? Now I'm drawing a blank on his name. Kept the turtles from Rocky. Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone,
Yeah.
he kept-
Kept the turtles.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember him
Launching?
showing them a while, like the turtles in the sequels in Creed are those same turtles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those are the same. Turtles live for fucking ever, dude.
Yeah, I know. I just
But
realized that they
like
were
in the Creed
same.
and Creed 2, those are the
Uh-huh.
same fucking turtles.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah,
Cool.
Lon Chaney
All right.
kept the
All right.
dog.
Nice.
0-0.
Shows a good soul right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does,
I mean,
really.
that, whatever. Everybody likes to get drunk with their dog. What? I can make an alcoholic joke about him.
It's true. He was the fool. All right, back to F.U.Hunter. We're
Let's see.
0-0 here.
Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say.
2 in. We're nothing.
Ugh.
We're nothing.
All right. Let's go.
Fuck
with
the Red
movies.
Wings.
We should calm down.
All right. I'll give you an easy one.
Oh fuck.
Which franchise has more sequels, Hellraiser or Friday the 13th?
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know how old that game.
Talk about sequels or remake, including sequels.
Yeah,
This just specifies sequels. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Friday the 13th. Yeah.
I'm going with Hellraiser.
Point to Hunter.
Nice.
Damn.
All right. By
I can see
how
them
many?
being a little
One
worried
film?
about-
Is it by one film or 2
actually-
films? Can't be by much. It's got to be by like.
These motherfuckers didn't tell.
It's got to be by like one film, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, something like one film.
Yeah.
And that remake thing was kind of like,
Yeah. All right. Oh,
All
1-0. All right.
1-0. All right.
On to me.
Now slow down.
All right. So let's go with.
I don't like that sound. Dastardly.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
What 2005 movie, directed by John Gallagher, was the first horror film winner from Project Greenlight? I love this fucking movie so much.
2005?
Yeah. Oh, I got you, man. I fucking got this shit.
I don't know.
I believe a little feature called Feast.
Point to Hunter.
I've never seen that.
Really?
You've never seen Feast?
No.
It's got Henry Rollins, Jason Mewes, and creatures fucking each other. Like,
There's
never
like
seen
monster
Feast.
cum everywhere.
yeah.
I've just never seen Feast.
Oh, and then there's 2 sequels. They slingshot a midget. Out of like bras built from Suicide Girls.
I've never seen.
Yeah, you have to check that out. It's pretty crazy. So
Oh
Okay.
wow,
there's
put that
something
on your
it-
list.
I would say this. There's something in there that don't let anybody spoil it. The first time you watch it, it happens in the first like 10 minutes, and it right there, it's fucking classic. It throws you off right at the
Okay.
beginning of the movie.
So 2-0.
Yeah.
All right. So now
Ah.
back to Hunter. We got 2 more questions.
Yeah.
All right. Let me find I had another one that I really liked here. No, it's too easy. Can't give you that one.
Yes, you can. Man, he might not get it. I don't know.
That is true. Sometimes the easy ones are.
Yeah.
All right.
What Wes Craven movie was inspired by the true story of wild Scottish clans that like to murder and eat?
The Hills Have Eyes?
Yes.
That was pretty easy. That was
yeah.
pretty easy.
That was pretty easy. But I also like that it had to do with Scottish clans.
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
Murdered and ate.
So
people.
that's one.
You technically won, but I at least want to see if I can get
Yeah,
one
let's-
right. I at least want to see if I can get
give-
one right.
Let's give Lowdown one more.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go.
He doesn't want to go 2 episodes while they get.
Nothing
Not
right.
gonna put any pressure on this next one, man.
Man, I give a fuck level. I just want to like see if I can get 1 point.
All right, fine. No, I can't do that. I can't give you that. That's
Yeah, give it to him.
Do it. Fuck
Do
it.
it.
Do it.
That's,
I'll take
no,
it. I'll take it.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
It's
I'm
too
not
easy,
gonna
too hard.
Is it that bad?
It was no, it was just like there was this deck of like additional like cards. There's some in here that are like fantastic, and then there's some that are just like, well, duh.
Oh, okay. Thought you meant it was hard. I'm like, I'll take it.
Like, he was a killer in Halloween. Like,
yeah.
that was literally like this thing asked like Leatherface's weapon of choice.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, fuck me. Really? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to seem that dumb. I have to like, chainsaw. I went to chainsaw.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. We'll go with another franchise question.
All right.
Which franchise has the most sequels? Saw or Children of the Corn?
Saw.
Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn has
Oh.
more sequels than
There's
Saw.
there's a lot direct to video, man. Like, when you don't have a budget, you can just release them.
It also kind of hurt my soul.
Yeah.
On both the sheer number of Saw sequels and
I was
Children
gonna
of the
say,
Corn
which
sequels.
one do you hate more? Like, at that point, like, it's a fuck you with Saw or fuck you with anything after first Children of the Corn. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, 103 to nothing.
I'll give you a redemption.
I mean, that's actually up to Hunter. He's technically the winner, so.
Yeah, let's throw one out there and then we'll call it. We'll call it.
One more franchise question. Puppet Master or Child's Play?
For what?
Who has the most?
Sequels?
Yeah.
Puppet Master.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say,
You still got one right.
I got one right.
there you go. All right. Yeah.
All right. Woo, I got
All
one
right.
right. Yay. No. All right. Hunter kicked my ass again. And those are some actually good questions in that. We need to use that deck more.
Yeah.
There's some fun stuff in this.
Yeah.
Will, thanks for coming on.
Hey, it was
Hope you had fun.
Fucking blast.
We had fun.
I did.
Look forward to you on more. Yeah. And yeah, we're probably gonna hear for us for a couple weeks after this episode. Just take a little break, beginning of the year, kind of think about how we want to move forward, going into 2021, get some ideas together, so on and so forth. Because we did bring it to you through the holiday season, smackety schmackety.
But I was gonna say, if there's any horror movie, anything that you kind of want to throw out at us for on the chopping block, something if you think like, wow, this is underrated, nobody's really talked about it, throw it our way. Definitely,
We will try find it, try to watch it, or try to find it, watch it, and then see if it's going to survive or not.
Yep,
we're down for that. And always go to GIPodcast.com, hit up all the shows on the network. Will, is there anything you want to plug in? Do a little pluggy plug.
If you're into like weird occult and strange apothecary / oddities and things like that, I always do plug my lovely wife, her art collective, Hellcat and RVA.
Here you go.
Check them out, hellcatanrva.com.
Instagram, follow them.
Yeah,
see all the cool
I do
shit.
some photography for them and stuff like that, fantasy stuff, and
Yeah.
little horror inspired, little creepy, little witchy. So
A lot
yeah,
of good shit.
I always like to put the plug in for the wife.
There you go. And it's a lot of good. It's actually really good stuff too.
So there.
I see I follow him on Instagram and I see all the quality. I'm like, that's some cool looking shit.
oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
hell yeah. So, all right. Well, we will see you next year, and until then, stay safe.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIpodcast.com.